there, and welcome to the floor edition of Danielle's show type thing. This is the second part to my hair loss video. I was going to jump ahead and make another video about chemo, but I decided to just do the hair loss video first and then I'll go from there. That way I'm staying on the topic and I don't have to go back because I'd probably avoid it and find something else to do because I'm like squirrel. I get distracted easily. Well, clearly because I haven't made a video in over a month. Good job. Pat on the back. Brush it off your shoulders. Do this. I can do it. Pure talent. A quick little update about me. What's going on with me? Well, I'm in school and I'm hoping this is going to be my last semester. It's my last year and this is the year I got pulled out of last year, so I'm still getting it done, which is wonderful. And so I'm on track to graduate either this semester or next semester. I applied to graduate this semester, so fingers crossed. Otherwise, I only have one more course. So either way, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm doing that, and then I also have 3 jobs, but they're all part-time, so it's not too hectic, but I try to space them out as much as I can. And quick other little update about me, I got a haircut. Yeah, I got a haircut. I got like the sides done a little bit and the back, so it looks a little bit nicer. But it is getting thicker. See? I can do that. I could do that in the last 2 videos, but it's bigger now. It's a big deal. It's a family joke. Kind of a big deal. But anyways, that's pretty much what's going on with me in life. As for cancer, which I guess is part of life, but as for that goes, I had my first CT scan, when was it? A week ago? Time flies when you're doing homework, really. Yeah, it was last week. I had my CT scan, and then actually tomorrow I have my oncology appointment. Ooh. I might post a quick video tomorrow just to let you know how it went. Yeah, so tomorrow is my oncology appointment to see how my CT scan was, so I'm a little nervous about it. Haven't been thinking about it too much because I've been busy with school, but apparently it's tomorrow, so yeah, at least I didn't have time to get all scared like I did for my x-ray, so that's good. But anyways, so yeah, I have that, and then in April, so next month, I'll go see my radiologist and get her opinion on how things look and how the radiation treatments went. I'm going to talk about hair loss, part 2. So I just wanted to reiterate, the way I said hair loss is the most emotional and like the hardest part of it. It's one of the hardest parts about it. I don't mean it's the hardest part, I just mean it's really hard. The reason that I said hair loss is the most emotional, like in comparison to getting diagnosed with it, is because getting diagnosed is like you kind of move on from it and you have to accept it and whatever, like then you have to deal with it. Well, hair loss is like it just keeps going because your hair falls out and it's been there the whole time, so it's falling out. It's a whole process. All of a sudden you're bald and you've never been bald before, and that lasts for a few months. It just keeps going on and on and on. And then not to mention, what I'm going to talk about today is the part that I've been finding now is it's emotional when it's growing back as well. So it's not just while you're going through the cancer treatments, it's after the cancer treatments as well. So people think, oh, you're bald, it grows back. But it's hard when it grows back too. The reason why it's so emotional is because, one, you're losing your hair, so like it's been there your whole life. Anyone who's had their hair long and never wanted to cut it because they were too chicken, there's a reason you were too chicken. It's because it was your like security blanket and you liked to play with it and you liked when people touched it and all that good stuff. But now it's gone, so you have to deal with that. So that's reason number 1. And reason number 2 is that it's a constant reminder of why you're losing your hair, is because you're going through this, not to be morbid, but life or death situation. Like, it's a hard, cancer is a scary word to everybody, and there's a reason why it's scary, and and there's also a reason why you're losing your hair, and it's because of that scary reason. So that's another reason why it's probably one of the most emotional things you'll go through. Not to mention all the other reminders, like the tattoo things, little dots I have. It's always there. You always see them. People don't see them because they look like little birthmarks. No one else will ever notice them, but you do. Like, you see them in the mirror, or I look down and I see them, and it's just, you just have all these constant reminders, and especially one that's right there all the time, and you know, you're brushing your teeth, it's right there, you see it in the mirror. That's the hard part about it growing back too, is that although you're like super excited, which I am, because like, but I find I'm rambling a lot, I can't keep control of my thoughts. Anyways, so those were the reasons why it's hard for it to fall out, right? Which is what I was talking about in the last video. This video, okay, it's going to be quicker because I just went through all that again, but basically the two main reasons why it's hard for it to grow back is that one, nobody knows what you've been through, so they're just like, oh, girl, short hair. It feels really good though when, like, I've had strangers come up to me in the Tim Hortons line. Like, I had a girl come up to me and she was standing behind me, and I actually heard her talking to her boyfriend about my hair, so I didn't know if she was going to say anything, but I heard her be like, oh, I wish I could pull off a haircut like that, da-da-da, and I was like, it's okay, like, that makes me feel a little bit happier that, like, she thinks I'm pulling it off or whatever. And then she actually, like, taps me on the shoulder and is like, oh my god, I love your hair, and I'm like, huh, thanks. And then, like, the whole day I'm so happy, because, like, that just gets me going. I'm like, ooh, someone likes my hair, and it makes me feel so good, and I'm like, yeah. But then you get those days where you're like, and you just get, okay, this is the second reason why it's so hard for it growing back, is because it's so slow. Like, when it first starts growing back, you're like, oh my god, it's going so fast, it's gonna be there in like no time, and a year's gonna go by so fast. Well, it's not. Like, right now it's going by so slow, but like at the beginning you see it every day growing and growing and growing. You're like, I'm getting hair, and even now I'm still excited about it. I'm like, I can totally almost put clips in my hair. And then another hard thing to go along with the fact that nobody knows what's going on, and like, how do you bring it up, right? Because some people actually ask, why did you cut your hair? Well, if they're strangers, not so much, but I have had that from a stranger. Why is your hair short? Really? Who asked that? Yeah, some people are like really happy and are like, oh my god, you cut your hair! Good for you, girl! And I'm like, oh, ooh, yeah, didn't do this for a good reason, but okay, I hear you. And you're not gonna be like, yeah, well, I went through chemotherapy because I got cancer, and I had to get pulled out of school, and now I'm baldest. So you go along with it, you're like, yeah, I cut it. But no, like, deep down inside, you're like, do I have to explain this again? Because, like, I don't mind explaining it. Obviously, I like being open about it because I'm making these videos. You know, it's different if I'm talking to you guys, because most likely you've searched, you know, like cancer or chemo or like something to do along those lines, and I pop up out of the mysterious world of YouTube, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch your videos, and so you kind of already know what I'm gonna talk about. But when it's like a friend that I haven't seen for years, and you know, they don't have me on Facebook or whatever, so they don't know, I don't want to kind of be like, yeah, I went through chemo treatment, so, unless they bring it up, unless they're like, oh, what made you, you know, want to cut your hair, then I'm not going to lie and be like, just feeling kind of brave, you know, just cut off all my hair, even though I didn't want to cut it like this short, let alone off. So, oh, yeah, and also to go along with what I've been rambling about, which I think I was supposed to talk about before, was that when you're insecure about your hair, like, I'll be sitting in class and see a girl with long hair, and I'm like, oh, like, I miss that hair, and probably people see me staring at girls, and they're like, oh, okay, short hair, lesbian, staring at girls, like, obviously. But no, like, I'm actually looking at their hair, and I'm like, so, like, sad that I don't have that. But then I get happy when people compliment it, and I feel good being different, so that's, I don't know, it's kind of cool, like, having a change and being a little different. But it's hard at the same time, because a lot of girls, I've noticed, have this haircut now. Like, I work at a hotel, and 3 out of the 5 girls have short hair. So it's really cool, because then you're like, I'm not being singled out, and people aren't going to ask questions, because sometimes it's nice not to talk about it, and not for them not to know what's going on so they don't judge you or feel sorry for you or whatever. On the other side, then it's like, what's really making you different, you know, and they're not going to know. So like at work when I'm getting all stressed and like can't do things, they don't know why. So like that's mainly the hard part, is that now that I'm getting my hair back, people aren't asking questions, and it's kind of harder when they're not asking questions and don't know my background, because they expect me to do things like physical, and sometimes I can't do that. So that's the thing, that like when your hair comes back, people don't know anything's wrong. Whereas when you're bald, they're like, she has cancer, which sucks, because that's like the telltale sign, but it's true. So also, speaking of hair, which this whole video was about, I have a wig that literally I wore once out of the wig store the day I got it. So if anybody needs a wig, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm going to sell it. In the next video, I'll showcase it and, you know, maybe have a little fashion show, like a wig fashion show, like what you can do with it. And it's actually, it's one of the wigs that like has real hair in it, so you can actually flat iron it or curl it, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. If you guys have any questions or think I didn't cover enough, let me know. I'm sure I didn't cover everything I wanted to because I rambled a lot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a little bit, kind of an insight about what it's like to lose your hair and then it growing back. Tune in next time for more, maybe more floor Danny. I'm on a floor, you probably can't see. That was what my whole intro was about. Welcome to the floor show. I'm on a floor, people. I'm dedicated to this YouTubity. That sounded cool.